Hey, welcome back. It's Tim again with another video log. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, and telling your friends. So, what we do here is we improve your life. Awesome. Now, I had a great time yesterday interviewing mi madre, my mama, mia mama. And she's back again, and we are going to be doing a deconstruction of an idea that I've been playing with for a few days now. But before we go into that, I just want to say, good morning, Mom.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up? You doing all right?
Yep, I'm good.
You're doing good. Okay. So she had a lot of fun with the video yesterday. It was her first time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yes? Yes. Yes, and for my improvisers out there, we're going to have some more fun. So we're going to deconstruct this idea. So here's the idea. The idea is that nothing means anything, and everything means something. Nothing means anything, and everything means something. So, what does that mean to you?
Nothing means anything,
Mm-hmm.
and
Everything,
everything means something.
yes.
Let's see. Nothing means something.
Nothing means anything.
Nothing means anything. I guess it's kind of like you're a person sitting and kind of being quiet, and you said, "Hey, what's going on?" And they said, "Nothing." So something is going on. I mean, you kind of be sitting there and nothing's going on, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe they just don't want to say what's going on in their mind because maybe they think it's very trivial.
Okay.
So they said, nothing. Is that what it means?
But that means something, right?
Right, because something is going on in their mind. So they said, well, it's nothing. Maybe to them, they're saying what the little trivial issues that I have in my mind or I'm thinking about isn't really anything. It's nothing to you, but it really is something because it's something to them. That's why they're sitting there thinking about it.
Okay. I think that's a good answer. It's a really good answer. You went with a very personal, human answer. I was looking at the idea like kind of about an existential, my nose itches, existential kind of thing. So when you think about, I guess, nihilists, nothing means anything. There's no like greater meaning to life. Like you are conscious, you're living, you die, but there's no inherent meaning in life. So like nothing means anything. There's no significance to the experience. So nothing means anything, and that's an existential point of view. And then there's like everything means something. So that means that like no matter what you do, like all of your actions, everything that you engage in, there has some impact, right?
Okay, so now I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, nothing means anything, but everything means something. So there's this place that you live where you have to wrestle between those two ends of the, let's say these are ends of a spectrum, right? Or a continuum, whatever you want to call it. You have to wrestle with that and come to grips with that nothing means anything, everything means something.
Well, I do believe in that everything has a purpose. Every single thing. Every person has a purpose. You may not think so, but we are here to for a purpose. I believe I'm here to live a certain to accomplish something in life. And if I do not accomplish that, I am going to come back again to accomplish it.
Okay. I feel like this sounds like reincarnation.
Well, I guess
Do you believe in reincarnation?
Well, I guess some people would say that. Um, I just think that we are here for a purpose, and you do not fulfill your purpose. You haven't learned. Uh, you know that's not the end. So I guess I do believe in reincarnation.
I think so. It sounds like you do. You said if you don't achieve your purpose that you were sent here to do, you'll have to come back. That's what you said in a nutshell. Would you be coming back as another person? Would you come back as another different form of consciousness, like maybe an eagle?
Yes, I think
potentially.
Yes, I think you'll come back because again, everything, a tree, a dog, a rock, everything means something.
Okay.
So yeah, I think every single thing on this earth, means something and has a purpose.
There's like a consciousness inside of like a stone.
Yeah, maybe someone was too arrogant, or I guess a dictator, or anything that's not good, or that they didn't accomplish. They're going to come back. Maybe there'll be a rock just to sit there and shut up.
So somebody who's a jaw-jacking chatty Cathy who can't stop blabbering their mouth would come back as something that would need to be silenced and just be like a passive viewer.
I guess that's part of it too.
I'm gonna be a big rock when I come back.
Probably.
Okay.
And all these, you have some people out there who's dominating and want to do whatever they want to do, and I'm not going to say names. They might come back as a big boulder or something, just sitting there.
Maybe they would come back as a slave. If somebody's so dominating
yes.
and tyrannical, then they come back as someone who's subject to the same the same yoke that they put others underneath.
Yes, I agree. And again, I don't so I guess maybe I believe in a little reincarnation, but what I think, and what I believe is, but you when things happen, it's a purpose. It's happening. We don't know why. It's kind of like why is this happening to me? I'm doing everything I think is right, but I cannot prevent certain disasters or certain things.
So
I think that's how it is. I mean, that's your purpose. That's what's happening.
You have like a limited amount of control over your environment.
Exactly.
You have some control, but you don't have unlimited control. Right. So you are subject to your settings. Are you worried about the coronavirus?
Not really.
Not really worried about it?
No, I'm not really worried because I know there are certain things I should be doing and certain precautions I should take.
Should.
So I would continue taking those precautions, and what happens, because I can only do what I can do. I have no control over somebody getting the virus, and coming by me or touching something and
Coughing on your cheeseburger.
yeah. So I mean, if I hear someone coughing or sneezing or they look sick, I'll just stay away from them. That's something I can do, or that's within my control. I wash my hands and I do all the things that they say to do, but I think everybody has a destiny. If it's my time to get a coronavirus, I'll get it.
So that's a if you have a destiny, that's like a certain ideology in a way. I don't know if they call that a fatalistic approach. Like you have a fate. So with that, okay, your actions have meaning. Your actions have meaning then.
But
So
yes.
everything means, like, so somebody says nothing means anything. I don't agree with that. I do not agree that nothing means anything. I think that if you think about things in scale, then you could say that if you just wanted to zoom way out into, like, the like, I'm looking at the orbit of the planet Uranus. Like, and then you're looking back at Earth. Okay, nothing on Earth means anything. If I'm sitting on a spacecraft out here, yeah, that doesn't mean anything. But when you zoom in, when I zoom in, if I'm walking on the street, I can accidentally crush a cockroach on a city street. That that means something too. I just crushed that roach.
Well,
something means something.
Yeah, but I don't agree with this. With nothing means anything. It does. Everything has a purpose, like I said, and a meaning, and we do know what's right from wrong. I mean, you're not going to purposely go there and kill someone or hurt someone or deliberately do something that is immoral. We do have morals and consciousness and
conscience. Yeah.
So everything means something.
It's both, right?
Yes.
Everything means something, and not so much nothing means anything.
Well, I think nothing means something also.
Nothing means something also?
Yeah.
I was saying that to you the other day when I was talking about how people say they can't meditate because there's nothing happening. And I said, you're breathing.
Yeah.
But you won't tune into your breathing because of the lack of experience you have with something so subtle. That's the real thing. If you were kissing someone, sometimes you are subject to the information that you've been fed over time. So you have women, and these women have these body dysmorphic disorders that they get because they're constantly shown the idealized physique of a woman. They keep seeing these pictures of Gwyneth Paltrow and all these beautiful people, but that's not the average person, and people are held to these physical standards that are they're just beyond the norm. You watch these movies, and they're all about romance and love and things like that, and you see these passionate kisses at the end of the movie, and there's like a sunset in the background, and it's just so beautiful, right? And you think that when you have a kiss with somebody, it's supposed to feel like all these fireworks are going off. It's like super electrical and whatnot, right?
Well, that's funny because I don't. And again, I think your experience and age has a lot to do with all of those. I guess has a lot to do with how you see life. Because when I was young and in my 20s, I will fall for some of these advertisements and all of these, what you're saying, seeing stars. But as you get older, you realize that's not what life's about. You don't have to see stars.
It's a narrative. There's these different narratives that are pushed to get you to... I think that they're pushed to get you to buy into an idea so that the idea can then dictate your actions, and your actions are going to ultimately get you to spend money
Yeah.
on
Well,
a product. Well, let me finish. So when you can kiss somebody, and then you can be like, oh my God, it feels like there's 4th of July fireworks. Oh my goodness, my heart is floating. I also think that you can get into a more, I'm here right now. You kiss somebody, and then your lips are touching their lips, and you can just like feel them touching your lips, and then you're like, wow, right now I'm connecting with this person right here, right now, and you're just literally just human contact, just like that. Like, see my two hands like this? You hug somebody. So my godfather, your cousin's husband is my godfather, and your cousin is my godmother.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really smart guy. He's a wise man too, and he gave you a clinic on how to hug. You're not good at hugging. You still have room to grow. Remember when my auntie, your sister, came over like about a week ago, and she gave us hugs, and she said that you got better at hugging because you had seen my godfather, and he had given you that clinic since the last time you'd seen your sister. Remember?
Well,
That was right there on the steps.
Yeah, but I think
she's a patter. She will go and she'll give you a nice hug, and she'll go, and she'll pat you on the back, and he goes, no, that is not how you hug people. He's like, you know, those are people that they throw a hug on you, they pat you on the back like 2-3 times, and they let go. Or there's other people that pat you on the, they don't pat you, they do a little rub, and they go 1, 2, 3, and they let go. He said you're supposed to go wrap your arms around the person, and then you hold them for a 2 to 3 second count. But I think 2 is not enough. I think you gotta go 3, 4, 5, and then you let go.
Well, you see, again, you.
I like that hug.
You are buying into the you know.
He's a psychologist.
Well, you're buying into the stereotype. When I hug someone, how I hug them is what I'm feeling inside of me. If I'm hugging you really tight, I don't.
That is a physical affirmation of how you feel.
Right. So, I am not going to hug a stranger or just somebody who I see once a year, even if it's my cousin, very passionately, if that's not how I feel. And that's what I think a hug is. So I don't go saying, okay, I'm hugging, so I'm going to say, let me hold somebody a certain way and count to 10. I'm just, and that's, because I want to portray something. If I hug you very loosely and not tight, and when I hug someone, that's my emotion. If I'm not feeling you, if I don't like you at that moment, I'm gonna hug you how I feel. So
your hug is indicative of
my feelings, what I feel. So
your hugs can they can ebb and flow.
Yes.
So you're gonna hug. So I moved to LA. Let's say I moved to LA in 4 months or something like that, right? I'm about to get on the plane. You're gonna give me a nice big hug because you don't know when you're gonna see your son again, right?
Because you're going away and I'm sad.
Mm-hmm.
When I see you again, I hug you very tight. Oh, I see you again.
Mm-hmm. But if it's so now it's like this. It's your birthday, and I got you some lotion from like Sephora. Ah, thank you. Here you go.
Right, exactly. That's how it is. So I am I'm not very, I don't know. Maybe I'm transparent, meaning that you can.
I think so.
You can see. I don't try to hide my feelings because I do not care too much of what people think. So I don't go around with rules in my head or like, okay, when you're shaking someone's hand, make sure you squeeze it.
You're not so much for social conventions,
right? No, I mean, it's because I really don't care too much of what people think. I am.
It doesn't mean so much.
No.
I gave you a personality test less than a week ago. Remember? It was a test on one of the big 5 traits. It was agreeableness, So you can be a disagreeable person, or you can be an averagely agreeable person, or you can be an agreeable person.
Mm-hmm.
You can have like, I'm very agreeable, agreeable, disagreeable. I was disagreeable. You were of average agreeability. One of the things on your test said that you did not, you didn't have, yeah, what you're telling me is consistent with what your test had read to you. I'm your life coach and you don't even know it. So one thing was you don't want people to know all your secrets. I'm not telling you my secrets. On the other hand, other social conventions and things like that, I'm not worried about what you think. I'm not worried about what you think. Like what there's so much stuff that you don't know about Kim Kardashian West and Kanye West. There's all sorts of stuff that we'd be like, "Oh my god, it's so juicy. Give me the popcorn." Right? Now, the thing is, we don't get to know that. That's a secret. And you don't care about anybody's opinions of you that are kind of outside. Yeah, outside. Like, so if you're walking down the street and somebody goes, "Oh my god, look, I can see that she has plum colored nail polish and then a purple toenail polish. What kind of mani-pedi was that?" You're like, "I don't care." Right?
Yes.
She said yes, because she's thinking, I would never mix purple with plum. That's what she's thinking right there.
But I do have a little.
What a terrible, terrible analogy. I don't think it was an analogy. It was an example. So it's just like it's just a little interesting. I'm not like that. I think I care so much. That's one of the issues that I have with a lot of things. I really am. This is the thing. The conversation is actually heating up now. The conversation is actually getting awesome right here. It takes a little bit of time to get these things warmed up. You got to understand. So, my brother and I have this issue where we will get mad about people's behavior that a lot of other people think it's okay. It's all right.
Me, for instance.
You, for instance, for sure. But that's because we're so close together. So it's like this. There's this guy now, okay? And he wants a girlfriend. He wants to be in a relationship. He wants to be in love. He does. He genuinely does. But guess what he starts to do? Now he's in his early 30s. He goes, you know what I want to do? I want to start doing Dungeons and Dragons. You ever heard of this?
I've heard you guys talk about.
Okay, so it's just basically some kind of board game where people are pretending to be like knights and wizards and elves and stuff like that, right? It's a bunch of dudes hanging out in the basement being like, "Are you the dungeon master? Oh, you are going to deal with my potions," and all kinds of, and they do this for like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. These same dudes, there are dudes that are 30 years old as well, and you know what they're doing? They're sitting in another basement, but guess what they're doing? They're playing poker. They're playing poker, right? Mm-hmm. They got two completely different groups of people, and you know what I mean? Who's cooler? Most people would say the dude's playing poker.
But I don't know. I guess
that's a judgment call, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything one way or another. Now this is what I said. I said, no, we cannot let this guy get into Dungeons and Dragons. It can't be allowed. No. I take my glasses off, throw them on the table. What's wrong with you guys? And they're like, what do you mean, Tim? Just let him do what he wants to do. And I'm like, he says he wants to have a girlfriend. He says he wants to start getting laid. He wants to have a relationship. He's not going to be able to do that if he's playing Dungeons and Dragons all the time.
Well,
go on.
Maybe that's his way of
meeting a chick.
No, just like you said, you are breathing and refocusing. Maybe he playing Dungeons and Dragons is really getting his mind into where he wants to be.
Dungeons and Dragons is a vehicle for him to improve himself to be able to then meet a woman.
Maybe he's relaxing.
Maybe Dungeons and Dragons means to him this. It's a growth. It's a growth thing. It's like, why don't you just take a karate class, man? Why don't you just go start doing some Muay Thai? I think that would help you out a lot more. Learn how to throw a hatchet. like Jason Momoa. My thing is this: it's like this is not where you're gonna meet women. You want to meet women, go ahead and then start doing things that are more centric of that.
Well, I
Of
guess
that ethic.
that's just coming from you. I
But
mean,
the point is that people are just like, no, let him do it. And I'm like, you must not care enough about him. He's obviously making a tactical error if he says he wants this and then he does that. Do you not see this? You don't seem to care enough. Now, my point, that's a solid
that's
point.
just from you.
That's my, that's fine. That's not an invalid point. You can always say something like, this is the thing, people always go, you can say something and then somebody goes like this is such a bitch move. They go, not that you're a bitch. No, I'm not, I haven't lost focus. They go like this, they go, not necessarily. You can go not necessarily to anything. You can also go like this. Somebody can make a point and then another asshole can go like this, they can go, and not only that, of course not only that. There's a million things you can go, and not only.
Yeah, well, I guess
so the thing is, the guy's doing something, and if you were really, a lot of y'all, if you're really your friends, you would stop them and you would check them. And then they wouldn't be all glum around you. You'd have a better time with your friend if you check them.
It's their choice. If they, you can give them your opinion, and but if they don't want to do it, then that's it.
But this is the thing: they don't even give them their opinion. Their opinion is it's just okay. It does mean something.
Well, I guess
it does mean something. They don't care.
No, well,
I care. I'm like, you said you wanted booty. Let me get you some booty. Well, this ain't gonna get you that booty. You told me you wanted booty. Now, did you lie to me about the booty?
Okay, calm down.
No, there's nothing to calm down. This is what the people want.
That's your way. That's how you see it, but everybody doesn't see it their way. I would say, hey, if you want to meet people, you need to get up and go out and talk to people.
They don't say. They're barely saying that.
If they don't want to do it, I mean, I will tell them what to do or introduce them
I'm gonna
to
tell
things.
you.
But if you don't want to do it, then I leave you. That doesn't mean I don't care.
I think it does.
It doesn't.
I think it does.
No, you can't. You can't make a person do what they don't want to do.
You can. Okay,
unless
first
you put
off,
them in jail, but they're only going to stay there.
No, we're not talking about like illegal activities or anything like that. I'm just saying like this guy. He says, I want to meet women, and then they say, okay, let's go out here. Oh, look at her. She looks like she's in your zone, dog. Oh my God, she just threw a choosing signal at you. I think that she thinks that you're cute enough to approach her. You should probably go over there and approach her. And he goes, nah, man, I'm okay. And I'm like, no, go, dude. And you start pushing him over there. Come on, bro. Come on. What's up? And some people would be like, oh, well, if you don't want to go over there and talk to her, even though you want to talk to her, it's okay if you don't do what you want to do. I'm going to let you not do what you told me you want to do.
Well, I would help him, choose better ways. Just like you said, he sees somebody over there, and you say, hey.
What kind of friend is going to let him get away with that shit?
Well, I guess he can say hi to the girl, and if it doesn't work, then.
But he wouldn't do it. He's bitching out. That's the point. It's the point. It's like they're not holding you accountable to your own assertions. Hey, you told me this, man, and now that we're in the situation, now you're reneging on what you said. Now, do you want to do it or not?
But maybe he really doesn't want to do it. Maybe he really
doesn't want to do it. Well, then this is what I say. I say you need to speak your truth and stop talking. Stop talking.
That's probably what it is.
Maybe it is. Maybe they don't want to be uncomfortable enough.
If I'll give my opinion or try to help, and if you don't want to do it, then I think you really don't want to do it, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm not gonna waste my time or my energy if somebody doesn't do something that I tell them to do, if they don't do it my way.
See, it means something to me when somebody says they're gonna do something, says they want to do something, and then they back out and they find excuses and ways out. That means something.
They probably really didn't want to do it.
They probably didn't really want to do it, but that means something to me.
Well, but what you should, they don't want to do it, and maybe they don't want to tell you that they don't want to do it, or they don't like your advice.
I I get it. I not even
Don't
I
just
oh,
don't bother too much about it.
for sure. Once you do that 2 3 times, I'm like, yo, okay, because you have stock value, and your stock value is gonna drop.
Well,
In my estimation of you, if you say, yo, I'm gonna start losing weight, and then the next time I see you, you're eating a double bacon cheeseburger with fries, then I'm gonna go, oh, what happened? They go, oh, I'm gonna start tomorrow. All right. Then I see you a week later, and I'm like, dude, is that a triple thick shake? I thought you were lactose intolerant. You're gonna be farting up a storm.
well, something, you take things personally. It's about that person.
No, I care. I care, and other people act like they care, but they let shit slide.
But you know why? Because people know what.
Because they don't actually care enough.
You don't have control over anyone and what they do. So.
You do. You have some control. You do have some control.
You only have control of what you do.
I can say all sorts of stuff. I say all sorts of stuff. People are like, you hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
What? I hurt your feelings? I thought I had no control. You got yo.
No,
you think I don't got no influence?
You got.
I got influence. I got power to do all sorts of stuff.
But you have to understand.
They can do whatever they want.
That a person, you can say, or you can tell, or you can force a person to do something, but it's up to the person.
It's true.
And don't, your values or what you think is right. I mean, you can tell someone, and if they don't do it, don't get upset about it, because you know why you shouldn't get upset? Because you have no control over somebody else. You can give them ideas, you can give them suggestions, but you don't get angry or upset or feel let down or that they don't like you because they don't do it. You don't have any control. And if you have the only control you have over is what you physically do, and some things in life you don't have control of. I mean, do you think you have some control if you're walking down the street and someone takes a gun and shoots you? You have no control.
No, unless I'm wearing the wrong colors.
You don't have, some things in life we don't have control. We don't have
control
about earthquakes and things like that. I mean,
that's true.
You walk around and the only control you have is yourself and what you do.
Yes, and
so you shouldn't. Don't get upset about people if you say, hey, this is what you do.
I agree.
I tell you what to do, and if you don't want to do it, then I said, okay.
Oh,
that's it. I leave you.
You don't so if I say, hey, man, I think you shouldn't eat that cheeseburger. I think you shouldn't have that milkshake. And then the person doesn't listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go home and get bummed out. I look at them and I say, okay, this person doesn't do the things that they say they're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
How do I feel about their actions? Let me take myself away from this, because I don't like to surround myself with people that make these... That's what I can do with that.
Right.
But I'm not going to let that person emotionally throw me off my path.
But you are letting them because you're
No. I'm trying to make a point where people let a lot of stuff go, and they do it, and they under the guise that it's okay, let other people do what they want. And those people that say it's okay, let them do what they want, they're not that good of friends in a supportive way, because they're not holding their friends accountable. A friend would hold a friend accountable. It's a fake thing.
I don't
think
so.
That's a thing.
No, I think that...
You think that doesn't exist?
Well...
It's a thing that exists. I can't
make a person do what I want them to do. I mean,
it's not making them do it. It's letting people know by making sure that they hold themselves accountable.
But you tell them, say, this is not right.
Dog, you said this, man. Now you're not doing what you said.
Well, you can say that to them, but don't beat yourself up if they don't do it.
Absolutely not. I had already mentioned that. You say,
and don't get upset about it.
But if I see you and you don't. And you consistently say one thing and then do the other thing, I'm gonna cut you.
Well,
I'm gonna cut you out of my life.
That's your rights to do.
Absolutely, I think that you should do that too.
And the person is probably just saying that because
They would hope to be the way that they
they're saying that
say.
because because you were there, and they don't want to say, hey, I'll do what I want. It's my life.
Yeah, that's I think what I've discovered is some of these people are weak, and some of these other people are like not as they're not.
They're
Those are
not
not the
you.
friend. Those are not the friends that I'd like.
Oh, well,
Those are
okay.
not the
Then
friends that I want. Yeah,
that's your choice to
yeah.
just step away from them.
Step away.
Yes.
Step away from these people because you know what? Their lack of action and their lack of follow through, it means something.
I have friends that I say, hey, in 2 weeks, let's go somewhere. I'll meet you. Okay, and then you can only do this to me once or twice. 2 weeks would come, and then the day before
They
they'll say,
flake.
oh, right. Okay, I got something else to do. I say, oh, okay, I can understand that somebody died or you were sick. And then we set up something again, and then a day before or something comes up, and then they flake again, as you want to use the word. So I say, you know something? I'm not going to
Keep rearranging my life.
exactly, because whatever comes up is more important to you than the date we made or the plans we made. So I put that person in a category that I can't
You can't
I can't
count on
depend
them.
on you. I
Yeah.
can't depend
Yeah.
on you.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I won't get mad at you or anything. It's just that I'm not dependent on you. So I probably won't make any plans anymore with you because I know what's going to happen. Or I have friends also that okay, we have to leave at 3 o'clock. We need to be somewhere, and 3 o'clock comes, the person's not there. It's 4 o'clock and they're not here. You do that to me once. I might even let you do it 2 times, and then I will never ever do it again because I say, hey, you know something? I work around it. We are going to have a concert. Don't come. Instead of coming to my house and we'll drive together, I'm going to meet you at the concert because I know that person.
That's a good one. That's a
Yes.
really good one.
So
I said, yo, let me drive my car. I'll meet you there because I don't want to be held to your
exactly.
time standards and things like that. Like sometimes people they take too long to get ready.
So you kind of
I agree with that. Drive your own car.
I give a person a chance, but I don't I'm not depending on them anymore. The person who's playing the video games, I say, hey, that's not very good because you say you want to meet girls. This is what you need to do. Go on a site that you can meet people. But if
not a porn site, by the way.
If I see that they're not doing that, and I kind of, maybe I'll physically take them out and try to help them. And if they don't want to do it, then I'm not going to get mad at them. I'm going to say, you know something? Maybe they're not ready. Maybe they don't want to stand up to me and tell me that they don't want to do it. So I'm going to leave them now. And I'll tell them, hey, if you ever need my help, I'm here. But I'm not going to put myself out anymore. I will still help them if they come along a year later and ask, because people change. But I'm not gonna let it affect me that much. I'm not gonna let it affect me because you have to remember you don't have any control over anything other than yourself.
Boom.
So that's why I'm saying the coronavirus. I can only do what I can do. Wash my hands. Hope it doesn't get pandemic. I don't know if it's pandemic already.
I think it is.
And if all of that I do and I get it, well, I guess I'll have to deal with it. So no, everybody's asking me that if I'm not concerned. Well, yeah, I hope it doesn't, and I'm gonna. All I can do is take precautions. And I wouldn't, like I want to travel and, maybe I'll put that off right now because that's kind of putting myself in
harm's way.
Yes. So, but, so that's something I can do. I can postpone my trip to go to Europe or wherever I wanted to go. But I'm not going to run around scared. Now, if my village, or they said, there's a lot of people with coronavirus here in DC, and they said, well, maybe you wear masks to help or stay away. I'll do that, but I'm not going to be running around scared if I got it. I just do what I can do.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to go about it. Like because you're only able to do that much anyway.
And I think we what is the word? What did we do yesterday? That topic. We veered off.
Oh, we drifted
We drifted off.
today.
Yeah.
This is great. This is great. We drifted. The whole. We started with the idea of nothing means anything, everything means something. So I think that ultimately that was our overarching theme, and that after that we went into some different tangential topics and subtopics. But I think that they're all related to something. Because remember, I said we have deeper points associated with some of these ideas. So this was good. I like it. This is a real spirited conversation. This is the longest vlog I've ever done by 2 times. 2 times. So thank you so much for being on the video again, Mom. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right, so if you like what you're seeing here, you have an idea for a topic you want me to cover, then please like, comment in the comment section, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to do. Also, you don't have to sit here in front of the screen and watch it. I want you to be making your bed, cleaning your room, washing a dish in the sink, driving from place to place. That's what you can be doing while you're listening to these video logs. That is the best use of your time. Multitask. I just want to be in your ear. You are part of my family. You're one of my friends. So, get your stuff done. GTD, get things done, and let this thing flow through you. All right, my name's Tim Trueheart. Thanks for checking out the video log. Thanks again, Mom. Peace.
Peace.